Hi, you guys. This is Good Deeds, and I'm Dr. Renee Sunday. I know you don't have to tell me you're having an awesome, fabulous, a wonderful day. Yes, you are, because you are breathing in and you're breathing out. You actually are in hot pursuit of your purpose, your destiny, the things that actually have you gleamed from ear to ear with a big smile. Your passions are things that are easily achievable. And guess what? You got to be in your purpose, because I can't be in my purpose without you. And that's what we do here at Good Deeds. We actually help you shine your light to the world. And your light is your dreams, your goals, your passion, the reason that you were born, the reason you were created. That's what we do here at Good Deeds. All the platforms that I have been entrusted with, I am your host, Dr. Renee Sunday. I am the platform builder, and that's what I do on all the platforms, from the radio, TV, the publishing, the nonprofit, the events we have, everything we do. We want you to share your message with the world, share your light with the world. And your light, you're going to share the message, right? So that's what we do here. And we actually like to have people on that share their information, share their products and services, so we actually can move closer to our purpose, closer to our destiny, closer to getting the things we actually need to do to take what? The pain away. And that's what, I'll be honest, that's what it is. We got to take the need away. And some people say pain, some people say the need, but what people really need to actually move forward in their destiny. And that's what we have, the awesome opportunity of doing that. We actually have an awesome guest this afternoon, morning, depending on where you are right now, or if you listen to the archive, wherever you are. This is your best day, best evening, best afternoon. Yes, it is. But we actually have an awesome, fabulous young man with us. I can't tell it all. It's actually Dr. Calvin Ellison. He's the host of Vibrant Living. And guess what? He's a certified nutritional consultant. You know, he actually can tell us what we're doing right and what we're doing wrong. The thing is, we actually have to take this information out to the community so we can empower each other, that we actually can have a healthy life. You know, it's not just counting the calories. It's not, being a physician, binging 1 week, and then the next week we not eating all this food. The thing we have to do is find out what our body needs, because everybody has a different chemistry. We'll find out, and then we'll actually find out what we can actually do to move toward being healthy every day, not just when we want to fit into a wedding dress, ladies, okay, and not because of the summer, and men as well. We actually have to get this information, so please get your pen, get your paper. We actually recording this so you can actually listen again and over, but get these great nuggets that Dr. Calvin Ellison is going to tell us today. Are you there, Doctor?
I am here, Dr. Sunday. How are you?
I'm great. How you doing? Welcome to Good Deeds.
Oh, I am so glad to be a part of your dynamic show, and I heard you talking about a fabulous day, and that's what I believe in.
I love it. I told you, ladies and gentlemen, we got it going on. Well, actually, we want to actually dive right in this, because you actually have a vast, we're saying it, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of information that we can actually chime in, that we actually can need to apply to our life right now. So tell us a little bit more about yourself and the amazing things that's going on in your life.
Well, thank you, Dr. Sunday. Again, I'm so glad to be on and having the opportunity to share with your listening audience. Well, a year ago, my wife and I moved. I call her my girlfriend of 34 years, and I have to clarify that she's my wife, because one pastor said, make sure you're not married after 34 years. But my girlfriend and I, my wife of 34 years, we moved from North Carolina to Stone Mountain, Georgia, 1 year ago last month. We were pastoring in North Carolina for 20 years, and God just, in his sovereignty and his plans, his goals, his dreams for our lives, said it's time to shift that operation into the next phase of your life. So we're now here in Stone Mountain, Georgia, doing our due. As you said earlier, letting our light shine, doing our dreams, our goals, the passions that he has placed in our heart. We pastored for 20 years. We ran a nonprofit there. We connected with colleges and universities across the state of North Carolina. and just was having a great time until it was time to shift from one phase to another phase. And here we are now in Stone Mountain, Georgia, from my recent book, along with the health things that we do. Of course, we do the health seminars and workshops, and we also now have it on the table to where we're doing the Beyond Your Comfort Zones seminars and workshops as well, coming from my latest book entitled Beyond Your Comfort Zones, How to Realize Your Full Potential. Nothing excites me more than seeing people be healthier, feel better, look younger, and make the Undertaker weight. I call it living longer. So this is what we're doing, Dr. Sunday. I got to say that one again because I get a kick out of that one. Part of the goal in the health side of operation is to help people be healthier, feel better. Over 40 million Americans are in pain every single day or having to be on some pain medication. Help people to be healthier, feel better, look younger even as we age. And by the way, Dr. Sunday, I'm a little bit older than what the picture looks like. That is my recent picture. But I've been mistaken to be somebody in the mid-30s, late 40s, but I'm quite a few years beyond that, Dr. Sunday. Quite a few years. And do 120 push-ups going on 60 years of age at one time. Mm-hmm. At one time, people see that we can do this thing. So help people be healthy, feel better, look younger as we age. And I love this last one. And I know the Undertakers may not like it too well, but we want to cause the Undertakers to wait. And those are our ideals, our goals.
That's actually could be my mind got the twirling there. That could actually be a great summit line. Wow. You know, my mind get to going on things. But I have to step back, Doctor, and ask this because I think a lot of people get it mixed, confused. And you touched on it briefly. But talk about that. Just reiterate that because you said it so wonderfully. You know, we get it confused when we say what is being healthy or, like I said earlier in the opening, a lot of times, especially we as ladies, and men do it as well, when the summer months come, when we want to go to the beach and want to, wear these, what they call them, the halter tops and all that kind of stuff, but do we really know what the word being healthy, what it really actually means?
Wow. Well, it's definitely more than what we present on the outside. It is definitely more than that. We have to go to the inside first because the outside tends to be a manifestation of the inside, of course, but it's definitely more than the cosmetic look that we give. And it's definitely more than just the food that I put in my body. How am I psychologically? How am I emotionally as well as physically? Because health is not just what I eat and or how I look on the outside. How am I internally? There are various components, Dr. Sunday, as you very well know, to healthy living. And I talk about them at times in my seminars, from relaxing to the positive thoughts to the great relationship to the good nutrition you put in. There are various cornerstones that make up a wholesome, healthy life. If I'm eating well, I'm exercising, but I'm losing the battle emotionally or mentally, I'm not really healthy. So I need all of those pillars, from the ability, again, to relax, to think those positive thoughts, have those dreams before me, have those great relationships, as well as, hey, I got to make sure I give my body what it needs. I've got to make sure it gets that right amount of water. And, of course, we know we've got to make sure we're putting in good, solid nutrition in the body, because health is a holistic thing. It is not just that one thing. We've heard of a lot of athletes out jogging 5-10 miles a day, unfortunately dropping dead of a heart attack. How is that? Mm-hmm. Something was missing. Looking good on the outside, but suffering on the inside.
Oh, that is so powerful because we I'm saying we as a people, we do that. And, I have to throw this in because, Atlanta tends to be, and it is, I'm not going to say tends to be, it is the film production, television, a mecca, really. I mean, because it's much cheaper to do things here filming-wise than New York, California. So it's becoming the South film industry. With that being said, Doctor, we've seen a lot of young ladies wanting to be small. I mean, we're talking small. I just found out recently, about 2 weeks ago, that they're trying to say that someone wear a size 10 now is actually considered to be plus size. And so I totally agree with that. And then our young people are getting the wrong impression by seeing what the models look like, men and women, But I'm glad to say that a lot of people are coming out with what they call them the full figure or the fabulous figure ladies and plus size with that. But I want to say this, though. I want to ask you to help us clarify. And I'm an advocate because I'm a physician, and also I'll be honest here on radio, I had to get tricked into drinking water. And what I have found out, and the reason I've kind of brought that industry in, because we was in a fashion show this past week, and this past week we had a conference, and I didn't see anybody drinking water. And I'm like, everybody had a soda, had these, what they call them, energy drinks, and we really don't know what that's doing to our body, and we doing this fast-paced industry. Talk about that a little bit, because everybody's on the move doing something, and especially with the traffic and all of that stuff in Atlanta, and I know major cities. What are we really, I'm not laughing, it's kind of very serious. What are we really doing with all these specialty sodas and energy kind of stuff?
Oh, my God, are we throwing our body's chemistry out of whack? Because the body, Dr. Sunday, is not 2/3 energy drink or 2/3 soda. The body is 2/3 H2O, water. And every time we talk, every time we sing, every time we breathe, every time we sweat, even every time we feces, we're utilizing water. We're utilizing what the body is made of, 2/3 water. And to not put it back in is to throw off the chemical makeup of the body. That is the first thing that happens. And then long term, oh my God, you talk about really throwing it off and creating an environment for the development of various joint problems, back problems, or all types of problems. And there again, the catch is we've got to give the body what it's made of. It's made of 2/3 H2O, not 2/3 soda, or not 2/3 energy drink. And then, by the way, we need to know what is in those drinks. What kind of substances are in them? I tell people this, Dr. Sunday, makeup of what I put in the body or on the body does not match the chemical makeup of the body. Sooner or later, I'm going to have problems. Nowadays, because we're consuming so much of that kind of stuff, it's not the later, it's the sooner that we're having these problems. So it is critical that we give the body what it is made of. The average individual's body is deficient of what it's made of. People are putting substances in, but are those substances compatible to the makeup of the human body?
Now, Dr. Ellison, I'm so glad you have, gotten us, because sometimes it's like we hitting a hard wall, if you will, that we try, but we all are in a fast-paced world. I think the major cities are getting much better, especially, and I'm going to have to throw a name in, is with Uber now, delivers food. And I remember when I was in Gainesville, Florida, the students, that's one of their big things of trying to stay healthy. They go to the restaurants and they deliver. The point I'm trying to say is we are so busy now. When we come to your seminars and buy your products and services and get you to speak to, to our organization, our churches, the people that we actually, we need help each other, but we actually have to go through a dialogue like we just did. But when we come to your, get your services and get you to speak on our different platforms, we want to hire you. So we only going to give y'all 1 or 2 tips, right? Then y'all know how I am. But kind of help us learn what you bring to the table with the amazing platform you have, that we can actually, we want to be healthy, but we don't have a roadmap to actually get there.
Wow. Well, one of the things a person can look for when they come to one of my seminars or workshops is that I want to bring them to the awareness, the how to be in control of their health themselves. Now, I believe and I support all the other mechanisms or entities that are out here, but we're not in control. We're outsourcing our health, I believe, too much. And one of the first things we can look for, or you can look for in coming to one of my venues, is I'm going to help you get your hands back on the steering wheel and conscientiously drive your life into greater health. That's the first thing. And I do that by bringing people back to the wisdom of our Creator as to how to take care of what He designed. Now, one side of that coin, I call it the wisdom of God. The other side, I also call it common sense, because we're doing things that really don't make sense. If I run for 18 hours a day, and I'm gonna get tired, and my body's gonna talk to me, hey, you're tired. And oftentimes we just overlook the voice of the body when the body is saying I'm tired, or the body is saying I need to drink some water, or the body is communicating some other message. So you can look forward to, I'm going to help you be in control to where you can be healthier, feel better, look younger, and live longer. So I'm going to help you be in control. I'm going to bring you back to common sense, and I'm going to expose to you the pillars of health that I briefly began to talk about, from the sunlight to the air to the good nutrition to the rest to the relationships. These are the kind of things that people can look for, Dr. Sunday, when I'm at one of their seminars or doing a seminar at one of their venues.
Wow, that's powerful, because I really believe in my heart that we want to do better. We actually don't know how to, and I have been accused of this, and I've gotten much better. People try to, even with the Word of God, you try to fit it in, but no, it don't supposed to be fit in. You're supposed to actually put everything else around that, and actually you will see your whole world change. So,
come on, I love that.
And all of us
I love
have that mistake. Go ahead, doctor.
But that is so powerful, Dr. Sunday, because that's where we've got to start. We've got to take the vehicle back to the manufacturer. God is the manufacturer. And I say this oftentimes, that the God who had a remedy for sin, you mean to tell me He doesn't have a remedy for some of these ordeals that we're dealing with? But the problem is we're off course with the one who manufactured it. So this is why I say we've got to come back to the wisdom of the one who designed the body. How did He design it? What He designed to go into the human body. So we've got to simply, I say it oftentimes, Dr. Sunday, that we are like prodigal children. We know the story of the prodigal son who left home. What he did, he left home from God or his daddy's wisdom and went out and fell into a hog pen lifestyle. We've done that health-wise and nutrition-wise in this country and many other countries who follow our model. We've left home from the wisdom of God as to how to take care of what He created. He would never give you something without telling you how to take care of it. And so we got to go back to Him so we can find out, well, how did you tell me to take care of it? And if we would look deeply into the pages of the Bible, we will see where God says rest. We will see where God says have good relationships. We will see where God says here are the kind of thoughts you need to think. Think on these things. And so many other instructions that would keep us on the pathway of healthy living. And we know it's His passion, because He said in 3 John verse 2, I wish above all things that you prosper and be in good health. But I can only prosper and be in good health to the degree that I educate myself down these lines. So I am as healthy as my education. I'm going to be as wealthy as my education. Oh, yes. So I've got to educate myself. I've got to do it, Dr. Sunday. We've got to do it.
Mm-hmm. That is so powerful. I mean, because I really believe we want to do right, but we got to get the roadmap from the office, the products and services you run. Because I mean, you right here in Atlanta. I mean, how doing things in a metropolitan city, but you got to worry about transportation. You got to worry about that. That takes things on a whole nother level, and that's what a lot of people that stress is actually. We actually have a diagnosis now that's been circulating, I think, maybe about 7 years now, that's called the stress syndrome. All the tests, all the labs, everything is actually normal, but the person is having chest pain. The person is fatigued. The person is really, truly about to lose their mind, but nothing is coming up on the test. And doctor, and that's what we actually have to do is actually go to your products and services so we can learn how that what we eat, what we say, what we do all makes a difference in what we're doing to our bodies.
That is so true, and that is such a big issue, this stress issue. And and there again too, Dr. Sunday, I really advise or recommend people, we've got to do. And look, we got to do something. I love this song, and I kind of start singing it sometimes in my seminar at times. The Supremes used to sing a song years ago, Stop. They said in the name of love. I say stop in the name of life and think things over. What am I doing to myself? They say stop in the name of love. But I say stop in the name of life. Stop. Think things over. I've got to have a me time, me moment to where I think about what am I doing to myself? What am I doing that's causing me to be stressed out? And I can tell you one of the things that we do, we don't have enough downtime. We don't have enough time just connect with what is natural. We're so much in contact with technology to where we don't have time to just go outside and get some fresh air. Or go outside and get some sunlight with the amazing results that we can get from just sitting in the sun for maybe 5 or 10 minutes and letting the sun do its job on our health to help us relax, to help us defuse from a lot of the things that are going on. But my point there is we've got to get back connected with natural things. Some years ago before I left North Carolina, I went into the drugstore to get some vitamin E for my wife, and while I was in there, I had just finished teaching about the importance of being out in nature, pulling your shoes off as much as possible and just letting your feet touch the ground. And lo and behold, there was a pharmacy friend of mine that was in there, and I overheard him talking to a customer. And he was telling the customer exactly what I was teaching earlier that Sunday morning in my service. I overheard him telling that customer, you wouldn't need what you're getting ready to buy if you would pull your shoes off. Go out there and just put your feet on the ground. Let your feet touch the ground. And he was telling them just relax in a chair facing the sunlight. He said, you wouldn't need what you're needing now to help with your sleep if you would just connect more with nature. So we got to do that, Dr. Sunday, in order to help us just relax because we're stressing ourselves out too much.
I believe that. I sometimes just look at the trees and see how they just moving from one side to another with no care. Now, we worried about how we going to do this, and do that. I mean, seriously, really thinking about 4 or 5 things at one time. And I have truly, it's an interesting, this is a transparent moment for me, really not when I was doing anesthesia full time, but it came very clear to me when I started doing all the things I do now with media, publishing, speaking, ministry, all that, preaching and all that. Self-care is very important. I guess in anesthesia, I know it's a very stressful job, but God had really blessed me with that grace, and He's blessing me with grace now as well. But I had to really delegate because things and delegation, you got to have that peace. You got to have that trust with other people, with your baby. I'm going to say it that way. That's whatever God has given you, your purpose. But I really, truly believe in the things that you're saying. And actually, it was a process for me to really gain full handle, if you will, on that self-care and making sure that I have peace. In order for me to have peace, I got to have that first in order to give it to somebody else.
Come on. That's so true. We got to model it. This generation is in dire need of people who are modeling the way. I call them wellness trailblazers. We need some wellness trailblazers to model how it can be done, and that we can live a peaceful, progressively healthy life. We really need those kind of people nowadays, Dr. Sunday. And I'm so glad that you're doing it.
I totally agree.
I've looked at what you've been doing over a period of time, and you're doing it. And I encourage you to keep on modeling the way, because we truly now need the models. We're living in a society now to where people really a lot of times don't know what to eat. We got so many foods that's got so many chemicals in it that looks like food. Some of it smells like food, but is it really food? And I even go to the point, Dr. Sunday, I will ask my food some questions before I let it in. Oh, yeah. People might think it's strange, but I will literally look at that. I will look at that food item, Dr. Sunday, and ask it a question or questions like, what are you going to do if I let you in here? Are you going to make me tired? Are you going to make me sleepy? A lot of times in various communities, depending on what you're eating, people will eat and get sleepy before they get ready to go back to work. Put really good, nutritious food in. Now, we would really think there was something wrong with our vehicle. If you put some gas in that vehicle, drive away from the gas pump, get about a half a mile down the road, and the vehicle just kind of dies down like it's going to sleep or something. And if we were talking to the vehicle, what's wrong with you? Well, I'm tired, but I just gave you some fuel. Why are you tired and sleepy? I don't know, but I'm just tired. Is something wrong with the picture that if we eat at 12 o'clock and at 12:45 we're tired and we're sleepy? What did we eat? Because food should give us energy, should give us strength. So, oh, my God, that's another major playground.
That is so powerful. Well, Dr. Calvin Ellison, we just thank you so much for being here on Good Deeds. Time goes by so quickly. But a great, great conversation that we could actually spend more time on. So we have to actually get you to come back very soon to continue this conversation. But what we want you to do is please tell us how we can contact you, how we can become aware of all the seminars and the products and services that you actually offer.
Well, thank you very much. My websites are www.vibrantlivingstrong.com. Vibrant, V-I-B-R-A-N-T, vibrantlivingstrong.com. And I also have one, www.beyondyourcomfortzones.com as well. I can be reached through either of those websites, or I can be reached by email at dr, as in doctor, dr.CALELLISON@gmail. dr.calellison@gmail.com.
And also, what about your social media? We got to connect with you on social media as well.
Oh, yes, out there on Facebook as well, Facebook /Dr. Calvin Ellison. And also, oh, my God, I forgot my other one. But, on Facebook, you can definitely reach me by Facebook and the other social media, Instagram, LinkedIn. I'm out there on those as well. And I forgot some of that stuff because I keep so much stuff in my head. But yes, I'm out there on social media as well.
Well, that's okay. We'll actually make sure we have that information available. But we thank you so much for being. One, we thank you so much for being in your purpose. Number two, we thank you so much for taking time out and being with us here at Good Deeds.
It's been my pleasure, Dr. Sunday. It's been a delight. I love the energy and the firepower that I heard you bring to the call when I first got on. So keep up the great work. Oh, my God, are you such a contributor to our society from what I've been listening to and looking at what you've been doing. Just keep up the great work.
Amen. I thank you for that. And we, ladies and gentlemen, we here in Atlanta, so I got to make sure I connect with him and his lovely family. But we just thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you very much. God bless you.
God bless you. Woo, ladies and gentlemen, that was powerful. Make sure you share this information. We'll have the replay up very soon. But you know what you got to do. You got to be in your purpose. You know, you were born for this. You were born for a reason to do this. You got to do the three things I always say. You got to believe, you got to trust, and you got to walk it out. You got to don't stop. You got to get it. You know how to contact us, www.Renee, which is RENEE, Sunday, SUNDAY.com. You know I love you, but you know God loves you best. This is Good Deeds, and I'm Dr. Renee Sunday. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.